Howdy everyone, welcome to the stream. Hope y'all are doing alright. Today we're going to be redesigning some characters that we did previously. Well, we did one, I did another. It was Teddy's wife and Teddy's sister. But first, let's get into some exciting stuff that I've been working on. I've been working, building up the demo and everything so we can start polishing it next month. And part of doing that, I needed to create some cutscenes and events and, small things like that, like say you talk to a character and they open up a shop, that kind of thing. And I was doing it through code and I found it to be extremely tedious, boring. It took a lot of time. So last few days, I've been working on this little event system thingy here to where I can create a new event, create the starting point, and then I can start adding in some stuff. Like this right here will set the player to where they can't move. And then you just connect these. And then maybe somebody says something. I can throw that here. Throw that there, and then this, hey, hello, kind of thing. And then we move on. And the cool thing about this is I can trigger up branching events. So like maybe after they say something, I have one player go and move to, to the hermit's home. Say best friend goes there. At the same time, I open up a shop, and that's be like, Loffo's shop. And both of these will trigger at the same time. It's really cool stuff, and I'm going to add in some conditions and that kind of thing. And this will allow me to build out the event system for the cutscenes and everything. I'm very excited for that. And the idea for this is that it's going to be available in the level editor whenever in the full release when we get to that point. So that is what I've been doing. A lot of UI stuff, especially if you've seen the bit here where I can open up this little tree thing. This is really cool. It helps me keep everything organized and all that fun stuff. So today though, we are going to, and I've also been doing some cutscenes, but that is secret stuff. I've also been working on Selena's area a little bit because you'll be going up here for a little bit. But today we're going to be redesigning, and I meant to open these characters up, of course. We're going to be redesigning a couple characters. Let me find them right quick. We did one on the stream. It was the blacksmith, but I wasn't too keen with her. It should be in my mockups folder. And just open up a bunch of these. There's probably a few of them. There we go. So there's the blacksmith. We're going to redo her, I think, maybe. That'll be later on in the day if we have time. So we'll just copy that and bring her in here. There. Yeah. But the main one I want to get done, oh, I just had it. The main one I want to get done is Teddy's sister, which I think I have her art up in a character. I don't think I have it in a mock-up over here, so I have to pull it up right quick. She is a little creepy looking. It was, and you've seen her, probably most people don't even know her. You've seen her very, very briefly in one of the devlogs. And I don't like her one bit. It was something I threw together right quick specifically for that devlog. So we're going to work on that as well. But that'll be the main thing we want to do. And what we want to do is sort of talk about her, get some interesting characteristics, probably hide her because she is creepy. Ghost Cat. That is Mad Catter. We drew him last stream. Let's see. We even did his portrait. There. We did him as well as Lafo, the Viking lumberjack. So yeah, we have those, and that's the world sprite for him. But today it's Teddy's sister, Teddy's wife. Yes, excuse me. Teddy's wife is the main reason why we're here. First time I ever watched. Woo, awesome. Glad to have you. What did you miss? Not a thing. Just showing what I did previously and what we're doing today, which is that thing. Looks like if your dad had an orange beard. Let's see. What it's more of a a bit of orange. Alright, so let's pull her up. Let's bring Teddy in here as well. She was meant to be sort of like a very southern hospitality kind of lady. Like very friendly, very welcoming, very warming. The kind of person that like anytime you come over she'd invite you to stay for supper kind of person. How do you create pathing events and such like you had a few minutes ago? That is a node system. And then I made connections between them and some other fancy stuff. That's home built kind of thing. She is creepy. She is very creepy. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the mouth. I was I was trying to make her look happy and it didn't really work out. Let's see. All right. So yeah. So there's that. Let's see. What happens if we get rid of the mouth? Probably bring it up a bit. Now I would like to redo this. I'd like just all together. Like I don't like it. The old man looks cool. Yeah. We need to do his portrait. I think we might do his portrait next stream, maybe. Hold on. I need to make a stream card so I can take some notes because we need to get a lot of portraits out of the way. We have a lot of characters, and all of these characters need portraits. We have some of them. We have Lafo, her, Selena, and Teddy, and Mad Catter, and everybody else needs portraits. So not everybody's going to be in the thing. I want to get him in there. He's not critical. Snail Dude might be in there. He's not at all critical. He probably won't be in there. But yeah, everybody else we're going to need portraits for. Make him the main character. Mario says we need to ping you louder. Jeez, I don't usually check things. What's going on? Oh, did I not stream it? Did I not? Okay, hold on. I'm bad for not promoting my streams. Mike Brown with 10 English pounds for the great work and keeping me entertained. Well, thank you for the 10 pounds, bud. I'm glad you enjoyed the streams. Let me just promote myself right quick on the Discord. I need to make it so that mods can do that. Yes, we're redesigning Teddy's wife and sister, and then at Stream Squad. Boop. All right. Let me rephrase my question. We'll be redesigning the main character, the male main character. We already redesigned him once. I don't think he's going to get it again. And it's a character base. I ain't going to get into that. There's a character base, so you can take the hair off and the clothes off and swap them out. You'll have character customization. So he's just the main one we use for the devlogs. Right. So I think we are good to start now. Okay. So we're going to work on Teddy's sister, Teddy's wife. So we need some interesting characteristics about her. We talked about her a bit when we was designing Teddy. Like we mentioned her in passing about how like she's very supportive of his hobbies and that kind of thing. Finally caught a love stream. Just wanted to say I find your work to be so inspirational. Cool. Well, thank you. Teddy has a very extensive family, and all of them are just extremely joyful. But the most joyful of them is Teddy. Yeah, Teddy is the most joyful. Yes. And right quick, we'll talk about Teddy's sister as well, since we'll be getting into her at some point. She is also joyful, but she's sort of rugged at the same time. She's very like she might might be seen as not joyful, but deep down she's a very just as joyful as Teddy. How about making Teddy's wife own Teddy as a template so they look a little more similar? I don't want them to look similar. I want them to be their own person. And the thing about Teddy's apron is that she made it for him. We could give them matching aprons, but again, that falls into the if you make something unique for a character, it becomes unique to that character. Like we touch on this a lot for things like the Viking's helmet, which we're going to be removing. I think the bird and Selena's hair, that kind of thing. The 2 monocles on the Cheese Baron. So if you give a character something unique, it's sort of for them. If we were to give both of them an apron, I don't know. The apron looks awesome. Well, thank you. Someone suggested just throw a heart on there because that was what branched off into his wife making it for him. So and then this is the person who made it for him. So we have to figure her out. And I don't know. I've tried to think up some interesting things about her, and I could never really come with anything. The main thing being that she was sort of like the embodiment of Southern hospitality as I was a kid. When I was a kid, I grew up around these women that were just very joyful, very welcoming, very kind of thing. Teddy reminds me of the guy from the Pringles can. A little bit. Oh, it's probably the mustache. But I want to redo her. I don't know how though, and I don't know much about her. Do you like peanut butter? No. Was the old lady Teddy's mother? No, it's his wife. It's supposed to be Teddy's wife. We're redesigning her. I know because I ain't feeling it. So we're gonna go ahead and start silhouetting, I guess, and see what we can get. Maybe talk while we silhouette. Let me grab my silhouetting color. Trying to figure out how I want to do it. Now, also, I've come a long way with my character art since then. And at some point, might need to touch Teddy up a little bit here, too. He was one of the earlier characters. Maybe a rose in her ear? I don't know about that one. I think maybe her hair is a little more small. They like big, in my opinion. I think the hair is really big. Are you saying I should make it smaller? Because I think it's kind of big, to be honest. Like, that was kind of what I was going for, was like really big hair. Not really, really big, but yeah. Make her hair like a shell. Here's the girl next to Teddy with the... That's Teddy's wife. It's who we're redesigning. Rectangular hair. Maybe. Oops, I'm on the wrong layer. Nope. Oh, come on. You'll find that I'm very clumsy when I use a sprite. So yeah, more rectangular hair maybe. Does Teddy's wife have lore? Because maybe having lore for her. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It's like we don't know too much. We haven't designed her too much. And I'm trying to think of ways that we can make her interesting. Give her own little, like how everybody else has their own little unique thing about them. Like Lafo's the short, stocky, grumpy Viking. You know, Teddy's the butcher that wants to be a baker. And I don't know with her. And that's what I was hoping we could figure out today, was sort of give her more character. Because right now she's just Teddy's wife. That's all we know her as. It's something we joked about on a stream about how she's just very friendly, very welcoming. And that's really all we have. Maybe she's half human, half something else. Why would we do that? What's her job? We haven't given her a job. We can give her one. What does she do in the town? I have that hair did help a little bit. She continues to try and find her occupation. You make half giant, contrast to kindness with size. Now it's funny. Teddy was supposed to be a really big character, and he's gotten smaller as we've drawn everybody else. We could design her to be bigger. Maybe she is a fisherman to complement Teddy. Oh, a fisherman's an interesting idea. Maybe an ex-guard. Oh, that's a good idea as well. Now we have this guard up here, and we need to do a goofy guard. We have 2 guards planned. This guy's one of them, and he's supposed to be the more serious, takes the job seriously type, and then there's like the laid-back goofy one that he disgruntles with. The cliche, of course. Make the top of her hair smaller, like not like be a circle or anything. Got you. Maybe like this. Who's the floating cat? That's Mad Catter. That is starting to come a little better. What if we lowered it a bit as well? It makes sense that they both do the same work. Or if they're work related to each other, but that doesn't have to necessarily be the case. Teddy bakes cookies. Teddy wife is a vet. Oh, a vet is interesting because that could help with the pet mechanic. We do need at least we need somebody to be a vet. Maybe make a card for that. Not a card, but a note. Because we do need a veterinarian. We talked before about having like a pet handler, I think, or like a pet tamer, trainer, or something like that. Because I think we might do a bit with the pet mechanic later on down the road. What's her name? She doesn't have a name. A lot of these characters don't have names. I don't like doing the names on the streams because it gets pretty spammy. So, I mean, the downside is we don't have names for a lot of them. The upside is that we don't get spam, but that is. We'll probably have to do a Discord session where we gather around on a stream and start naming these characters. Because the only ones that have names right now are Selena the Witch, Lafo the Viking, and Teddy the Butcher. And I think nobody, and the Mad Catter. I think nobody else has a name. Did you miss Eliza? Okay, Nightbot. I don't need to read yours. I just seen the blue name and assumed it was NQ. I mean, to be fair, they look about the same. Let's see. What if you have pets too and you have to take them for? That's what I'm thinking, right? Like if we do a veterinarian, I don't know if it'd be her. Might be. If we do a veterinarian, that's what that'll be for. Everett Weber with $5. Thank you very much. Really enjoying all the videos and streams. Here's a coffee with us. Much appreciated. Teddy's wife could be the barber. You mixing up the bots? I am mixing up the bots. So maybe she can knit stuff to the pets and you can buy her clothes for her. You can buy pet outfits. Now, pet outfits, that'll be something we talk about down the road. I would like to do pet customizations, but understand that would be a lot of work. It's like, because it is sprite-based pets, like, if you buy a purple hat, I would have to draw a purple hat for every pet and every animation. That's a lot of work. That's way more work than I think I want to do. So we'll see about that later on. Add a hat that's like your bear in the Discord. Oh, like a bear hat? we might do that as in something later on. Oh, that's interesting ideas. Someone suggested that she bakes pet treats. That could do something with Teddy's bakery. something to consider. Are you going to do different sprites for different classes? Not different classes. I'm thinking different outfits that you'll be able to put on. Like, you'll have character customization that you'll be able to sort of wear what you want, probably. Not to some great detail. I'm thinking maybe a one-piece suit, maybe a hat, that kind of customization. And so, like, if you wanted to play like a scholarly mage, you could put on some scholarly robes, kind of thing. You can find them baking together. Maybe. I don't want to. I don't know. I think it sort of weakens the baking bit. In a way, like not terribly so, but I would like to play with it, not using it exactly, if you know what I mean. Maybe she can be the mechanic, fix all the broken tools Teddy uses. That would seem something like more of the blacksmith, which would be Teddy's sister here. I don't know. She's a tough one. I don't know what to do with her. It's the personality that's hard to do with. What does the town need? And especially we have to think mechanically wise. Like, what does she mean to the player? The wife is very mean? No, I don't want to do that. I don't know. I like the fisherman idea. Kind of. Get rid of this. This is terrible. The game would be sort of fun with line multiplayer. We'll get to that down the road. I don't think she could be baking, because then Teddy's gift wouldn't mean as much to her. Yeah. That's what that's a good point, too. Can you set up a video? Can you do a setup video, like what hardware you doing, what software you use and stuff? Doesn't sound very interesting to me. She could be a florist. Maybe a florist. What fun thing could we do with a florist? I don't know much about florist. But I'm going to make that as a note, at least for something. If she's a florist, she could sell decoration. There you go. She can sell decorative items. Okay, let's lean into that. That's a good starting point. Florist, yeah. Maybe an interior designer could also do that. She can help you design your base, because that's yeah. Okay, I like that. Maybe you do a community post to have all the software used. Maybe. Yeah, we could probably do something like that. She could be a vet that gets pets off. Oh, what? Secretly serve some dangerous plants? That's an idea. That makes me wonder if I want to do something sort of unexpected with her. That gives some ideas for sure. Let's do this right quick. She mostly gardens. She could also do some gardening. Lots of ideas. No, we're not gonna make her main. But it does raise some interesting questions. Maybe she can have an antique shop and sell stuff for the players. That's what we're sort of leaning towards. I don't know about an antique shop because, for one, this is in an antique setting. So this is a very primitive setting, despite some of the things that we have, like the cheese baron over here. In fact, I'm thinking about redoing his attire to make him more lordly, making the cheese a lord or something. Because this is meant to be a very primitive setting, like, yeah, sort of almost like a D&D type setting. Can you try putting a gray streak in her hair? Would imply that she's experienced with some serious stuff at some point. We could certainly try that. Let's see, what would be a good... Well, let's not get into that right now. Let's keep on with character design, because I think we're getting somewhere. I really like the idea of her helping you with the whole base mechanic. Because in the game you'll have these lots that you can build on. You can decorate your house and that kind of thing. And I really think she could help with that a lot. I like the florist idea, but I don't want to limit her to flowers. She can be a beast hunter, obtains beasts and sells them for. That's actually another good route we can take, because with Teddy, the idea for him being a butcher was that he would buy up your mob items. Like you would go out and you'd take out some monsters and you'd get their loot and you'd come back and you could sell it to Teddy. That was the original idea with him. Her being a monster hunter could factor into that. Kind of crazy, like he talks to his flowers and stuff. I think the florist could be another interesting character. We could do that. Now that Monster Hunter's been mentioned, I like that idea. Maybe we play with that a bit. I think we're going to play with that a little bit. Okay, let's get to work. So a Monster Hunter, a very jolly Monster Hunter, of course, because I still want her to keep the very happy personality. A fisherman that buys your fish. We'll probably do some kind of fisherman at some point. I'm going to make a note for that as well. But I don't think it's going to be her. The husband somehow affected the wife's career growth because she continued his stopping dream of being a hunter. No, he won't. Teddy wouldn't have the stomach for that kind of thing. He's too soft. Okay. So a hunter. What kind of hunter attire? Let me do some Pinterest searching right quick. Get some inspiration. I think we found out where we're going. Make her like an exterminator? No. I'm thinking more like a ranger type thing. Ranger. I don't know if that's going to give me much. Let me pull up my references thingy, and I'll show y'all what I've got in mind. We'll probably slim her down a bit for this as well. So, something like this. Probably still keep the overall aesthetic. Now, if this gets too out of her characteristic, we can always make this somebody else. Because it is a big 180 turn, but I think it could be interesting. But we'll have to see. So let me just pull up a few of these, and we'll get started. This one's really cool. All right. There's my references. I didn't know he had a sister. Yeah, he had a well, that's his wife, and then who we're about to redesign, and that's his sister. We did her in a stream way back when. We did her in the same stream as we did the old man and the dirt squirrel over here. Which, if you haven't seen that stream, that's one I highly recommend. Okay, so ranger character. She's the florist that grows exotic. Now, see, we could also, with her being a ranger, we could also go and have her doing some kind of playing into that even more, kind of into the wildlife type thing. Maybe not exactly flowers, but it could be like, I don't know, like the whole nature type thing. This is bit rough. I'm trying to think of how I want to do this. I'm thinking, do we probably want to have a hood down? Let me get the ground out. Who's the wizard next to the squirrel? I don't know. Squirrel wizard. Which wizard? There's this one is the necromancer. This is the old hermit. And then they have Mad Catter. Now the land here is very very magical. There'll be a lot of wizards in it. So that's might be confusing. Just asking what wizard is what. All right. When you meet her, she can pretend to be all dark and brooding. Then take off her hood and she's really friendly. Have her back in the shadows. And then Teddy's like, you should meet my wife. And she's all... she steps out. Oh, that's funny. Maybe. That's a funny idea. I like it. Because I do think that's something we could certainly play with. Is the fact that, like, she has such bubbly personality, but comes across as not. And then maybe, like, she makes little jokes occasionally about, that makes you wonder, like, if it's just a show or not. She's trying really hard to be cool. Maybe. Oh. Now, like I said, this is a big turn from where we was with Teddy's wife. Like, if we don't make this Teddy's wife, it could at least be another character, but we'll see. We'll have to see how well the dynamic goes together. Let's see. All right. So Ranger character. I'm thinking, let's see what we got here. I'm thinking maybe she's like an introvert kind of. And she tries, it's this really nice character, but just she comes off as sort of, I don't know the word for it. Like, she comes off harsher than she means to be. Well, to be fair, Upsy, if you made a 200 character message, I probably wouldn't take the time to read it. But I know I didn't say it. You're better off, when you do streams, you're better off just doing quick, to the point messages. It's very difficult for the person to stop and read all of that. What about, and besides, chat goes a lot faster than I can read. I can only read a few messages here and there. What about Pinocchio character or puppet? I wouldn't want to do a straight ripoff of Pinocchio, but a puppet sounds interesting. Now, with this, she also needs a bow, of course. I'm thinking that's trying to be the hood, but it's not working out, I don't think. Now, like I said, I think I want to put the hood down. So let's bring this back a little bit. The head, if not, the head would be too big, I think. She could be really cool business of a beast hunter profession, but always ends up looking cutesy silly when she tries to actually act the part. She's trying really hard to be cool, but it's too nice now. Is she going to be a skilled ranger or kind of bad at her job, clumsy, but has a positive attitude? I'm thinking she's going to be, like, really skilled. Like, probably the best at it. Is what I'm thinking. We lost that bow. In the silhouette. Maybe if we bring it up more. Is she confident, though? She's skilled but not confident? Maybe. That's a big part of the character design too. How awesome we make her look for confidence. What if at some point she challenges us? Would it be cool to actually face her in battle? That would come across as cocky. So that we would have to be careful with. I don't think that would fit too well into her character. How do people hold bows on their back? Don't they? It's like a shoulder thing, right? Or it's probably a movie type thing. That bow's gonna be tricky. Bow in the offhand? Maybe. Let's see. Something like that. She uses her full force only when her life's on the line. Don't put a quiver on her back either. Why wouldn't we put a quiver on the back? You keep your back arm straight with the arrow, and near the chin specifically. Quiver on the back is incorrect. Oh wait, what would it be on the side? Now the thing we have to keep in mind is this is a story. It's like not a real thing. If people read a quiver on the back and say, "Hey, that's a quiver," there's nothing wrong with that. Like this is not real life. It's fantasy. The arrow is attached to the string so she can get it back. Or maybe she uses that to oh, that seems harsh though. It seems a little cruel. Maybe she uses it to capture monsters. She shoots them and then pulls them back in. Yeah, but you can't put quivers anyway. I guess, yeah. I think that, let's see, what do y'all think of that silhouette? The cape might need a bit more here. Does it look recognizable though? Do you see can you tell what's going on? I think we might bring the foot more forward as well. Like that. Dialogue option, nice quiver response. Looking good. Like it. Great. Let's go ahead and get started with the colors then. Now, let's see. We said a ranger. Very skilled, but cutesy about it. Do we lean into the cutesy with blonde hair, maybe? What kind of colors would we want for the ranger? Now this character's it's like sort of a bit ranger, but not. So we're going to bring him down. Maybe take some of his colors. Blue hair? I'm worried blonde hair is too much like Teddy's sister. That's a good point. However, she's up for change. We could always change her. We might even make her brown haired. That whole sprite's gonna change. I don't like this sprite at all. I think the blonde thing works better for her though, because especially the way I have her imagined, I didn't get her across the way I wanted her to. But let's go with a darker hair then. Do we have any sort of almost black hairs? We don't. Let's go ahead and make one. Yeah, let's throw down some basic hair first. We'll change it later if I remember to. Green outfit with plum purple hair is a solid color painting. I don't know that I want to lean too much into the wild, vibrant hairs. If I do, and especially purple. Purple is a magic color. Anytime we use purple, I want to try to keep it to magic. where possible. So yeah. Oops. I'm thinking maybe like an undercloak thing here. That, like, have her cape be there. Have it come down further. Oh, come on now. Down there, because the cape is meant to come down there. Now, this here's the bow. There. And then a little quiver there, maybe. That's still subject to change. Teddy Peaceful loves making things. I feel like making Teddy's wife the polar opposite of him would be a very ironic. Quite possibly, but at the same time, putting them the same, I think would amplify the niceness of it. Which is sort of what I want to do. I want to get across that Teddy is just the nicest character. And any way I can amplify that, I think that would be nice. He's just like, he is the embodiment of innocence. She's an introvert badass when she really tries. Maybe. Probably. Alright, let's get the arm down here as well. How do we want to pose this arm, by the way? Let's see. I'm thinking elbowed out a bit. I don't think we want to have it pulled straight down. We might even have to tilt this a bit, like that way. A white outline of the heart on her cloak. Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe a tiny one. But that's a really cool thing. Like something like right here. That's pretty cool. That's a cool tie-in. Now, to be clear, I think Sir Awesome, that's why he gives you 1,000 cookies. He doesn't actually do that in the game. I think a lot of people mistook that for serious. That is by no means serious at all. What happened there was I made a bit, like he gave, like you want a dozen cookies or whatever, and someone in our Discord said, "What if he gave 1,000?" I'm like, "Okay, here's 1,000." That's not intended to be an actual game, though. He's not going to actually give you 1,000 cookies. That would be game breaking. You meet the ranger in the woods and she gives you cookies because she has too many cookies. Now that would be a cool introduction. Like, you're out in the woods and you see her and she gives you cookies. It's sort of like a foreshadow as to who she is. Like, you don't know who she is at this point. But she gives you some cookies. And they're cookies that Teddy baked. I think that would be really cool. That arm. I can already tell this arm's going to be a problem. Okay. I think we need a bit of a trim on this. Maybe something like that. Sort of hide the heart a little bit. That's pretty cool. A bit bulky though. The cow with all the cookies should deal damage like a heart attack. Is the cookies, and if it fails, she would tell you not to touch him anymore, but get her husband Teddy for more. Death by 1,000 cookies. Imagine that's like that's we might imagine that's like a special attack, like in Final Fantasy, where like the break limit, his break limit is a move called 1,000 cookies. Oh man. No, also some people might not know because we designed this during the stream. I think Teddy was bullied as a kid for wanting to do baking stuff, so that could also play into that. That's the thing that doesn't get mentioned a lot, but yeah, he was bullied as a kid for wanting to bake cookies. It would be neat if you could drop one of Teddy's cookies on the ground as a way to lure monsters to it. Now there's I'm laughing because there's something in the demo that I'm planning that would fit into that. I'm going to make a note of it. I'm not going to say what it is because it's in the demo, but but that would work well with that. With a trail of cookies. Who bullies someone for liking cookies? What the? No, not liking cookies, for wanting to bake cookies. They bullied him because he was nice. Because, you know, kids are just mean. Let's see. But, yeah. That's going to be pretty funny. And not masculine. Oh, yeah, not masculine enough. And that's why he's a butcher, is because and he's not doing what he wants to. He wants to bake, but he's not doing it because he was bullied about it. So that was his whole thing. And that's why we did the cookie thing. That was what started that. Makes you love the guy a little more, I think. But that just means there aren't going to get cookies. There you go. Kids, man, kids will find anything to be mean about. Let's see. This is harsh. Maybe something I'm noticing is maybe the cloak don't come here. Maybe it's like, let's find a different color here. Just a placeholder color, kind of. I don't think we're going to use this color, but sort of bring this in a bit. I think we're making her too bulky for one. And then we use this as a sort of like it comes out here. Like there's maybe like not that color, of course, but like a little belt or something. Or tearing up the silhouette that we made, but I think we do need to slim her down a bit. She was looking like she had on a big trench coat. It wasn't working. So do you plan on them having kids or no? Currently they don't have kids. In the future we could see. But yeah, I hadn't planned on them having kids right yet. Bring that back. It would be cute if maybe if you get to know them and have a good relationship with Teddy, you can have a small side story where you help him open his dream bakery. That's intended. But yeah, there's going to be a whole, like, NPCs will have their own side quests sort of things that will progress throughout the story. Like Lafo getting his boat back up so he can return home. Selena learning how to do magic kind of thing. And Teddy, maybe you can help him become comfortable starting his own bakery. And doing what he wants to do instead of what he thinks will make him look good and not get bullied. If you give the guard 20 cookies a day for 4 days, he gives you a punching bag. Well, those are people. Howdy. AG, what is your background experience with programming? No, not really want to get into, to be honest, but I've been programming for about 12 years. I started with game development. More interested in game development than anything. Teddy's wife teaching her how to stop leaving cookie trails. She gets mad at him because he tries to guide her to the bedroom. Oh man, jeez. Probably gonna not yet. We're nowhere near getting ready to do the outline. Let's see. I'm not liking it, and it's irritating me. All this terrible. I probably should have done some warm ups before I started, because this is terrible. What if we give her some long hair? What was that? This? Oh, that was meant to be like a cuff thing. What if we made it more of this? This is meant to be like a trim on the shoulder thing. Like that. But this is terrible. When you meet the wife, you go with the dark brooding wife so edgy she just offers you a cookie. Teddy would try to sneak out and get some more cookies when she'd find out because he's in the trail. Let's see. Trying to shape it a bit. Man, this is... Why is this? Why are these characters? The rest of these characters, I always have such a hard time with them. Also, her waist seems a bit high. No, for everybody else. For one, I still got the silhouette color here. Let's bring this up more. That's supposed to be her shirt. We need to find a better color for it, though, I think. Let's keep the silhouette color, to be honest. That's what we're doing for the guard here. Perhaps a feather in her hair. Let's get the actual thing, everything else going before we worry about that. It's the shape of the clothing that's for some reason throwing me off. And I have no idea why. I swear I'm better at art than this. Might be this too, also throwing me off about. Let's get rid of that. We can always come back later. I helped a bit. It also could be the green itself. Maybe the green is throwing me off. Let me look here. Maybe we just get rid of it. Let's get rid of it for now. If we want it, we can add it back later. Let's get the body going. I think we had that same issue with somebody else. Might have been the necromancer. We was trying to draw the cape and everything first, and found out it was easier to draw the body and then add in the cape afterwards. We was happy with it. Using Sprite 2, Sprite's pretty good. Just want to say it's really cool that you involve chat in your process. Great to be here. Glad to have you. Yeah, I love having the chat help out. It really does. The game, in my opinion, wouldn't be nearly as good if it wasn't for the chat helping out. So, I love doing this. And I appreciate y'all's help. I really do. Because genuinely, the game would not be nearly as interesting if not for the chat. The piggy's so damn cute. Yeah, he's pretty good. That's old Truffles. You'll see him in the demo. The heart on her cloak is going to be obscured. Maybe a hair clip with a pink heart. Yeah. Well, we also kind of get rid of that as well. On the head, maybe. Could we do it at an angle? Something like that. It's not too bad. Okay. I like this a little better now that we figured that out. Still, the legs still ain't quite there though. Let me get darker color here. Legs, man. He's the worst. I like your content and the way you're different, and the way you're different than all the other devlog YouTubers. Not only just because you're gaming, but doing because of streaming and stuff. Thank you for being different. Well, thank you for watching. I'm glad you like it. I have my own style. I'm glad it works for some people. Waiting. Is that a joke on bear claws? Like their feet? It's a feet and everything. I don't know. I just have a hard time. Okay. One of the things probably is that I don't know. It's not the feet. The feet I usually don't have that big of a deal with. The feet come together pretty quick. It's just, I don't know, the legs. Maybe I've got them out too far. And the funny thing is, you'll see it on these streams. It happens a lot. Is I'll fiddle with these legs for a really long time. Then I'll push one pixel. And I'm like, oh, there we go. And then everything just sort of falls into place. And it's honestly kind of annoying. I need to figure out what's wrong faster. Because it really, it takes up a lot of time, me figuring out how to do legs. Howdy. Maybe Teddy and his wife could have a dialogue option where they have an uncomfortable encounter with truffles. If you're talking about an uncomfortable in that sense, then no. We're not trying to get into that kind of territory. I call that the key pixel, one pixel that makes it go from wonky to perfect. Really? Where did you get that name from? Is this something you come up with or not? Because that would be interesting if that's an actual concept. Because it happens to me all the time. And it's kind of annoying. But it would be really cool if that was actually like a thing. Like an observed phenomenon. Because, I mean, it would make sense. Like, because it's just... Okay. This is getting somewhere. I tried to bring her arm back to sort of elbow it up, but I think that's one of the things that's throwing me off, because her arm's way back here and it looks weird. So, what if instead we probably brought this up a little bit. Oh, brought it in front of her a bit. Something like that. Maybe the shoulder as well. Ah. Heart arrows. That would seem too much like Cupid. Like, we don't want to... I think one thing would be enough. I think the hairpin would be enough. We'll have to see if it could go someplace else. But I think the hairpin would be enough. We don't want to beat you over the head with the heart thing. But it would be funny if the reason she put the heart on his apron is because she's just like really into hearts. Maybe. Is the name just wife? We don't have a name for her. We don't have a name for a lot of the characters. The only three that have names, or few that have names, would be Selena, Lafo, and Teddy, and Mad Catter. Nobody else has names, so we just refer them to whatever makes sense. And Teddy's wife and Teddy's sister is what makes sense right now. We will get her a name soon, especially with the demo coming out and everything. But I don't like to do it in the chat because it tends to Teddy and Betty. You know what? That might be it. But I don't tend to like to do names in chat because it gets really spammy. And I'm the type of person that will sit there and think about a name for a while. So I'm going to write that down. Teddy and Betty. Betty's a really cute name, actually. We might go into that. Teddy is just so great that other people around him get to become defined by the relationship to Teddy. No, well, not really. It's just the only thing that made sense to call them. Because we didn't, like, well, I've most of the time referred to her as the blacksmith. But sometimes Teddy has become popular, so sometimes people do get referenced by the reference to him. Back what you missed, not a whole lot. Me pushing pixels around. Depends on when you left. Let's give her an arm here as well. We're going with a ranger type character for Teddy's wife. What if we rank just a little bit? And you'll probably encounter her in the forest. And she gathers supplies for Teddy's for butchering. Maybe you can make her the first boss you fight in the tutorial so the player can feel the gameplay right from the start, and she leads you to the village. You know what? That has the potential to work. Currently at the start of the game, we do that with the best friend. Let me pull that up right quick. But you'll start out in this little wood area. You get to explore a bit, and you get to take out these sprouts. I'm using an OP sword, by the way, for debugging purposes. And then you'll come up here and you'll fight. You'll see, and you'll catch these fighting, and you're supposed to help defend. And then she goes off, and then you talk to her. I think I'm just gonna have her move to the player. But the general idea is that you meet here, and we'll go through a bit of that. That's placeholder dialogue, and then she'll guide you into town. We could swap that out for the ranger. That is a possibility. I like for it to be the best friend, but we'll see. What if she saves you from the first boss, giving you an idea how strong she is? That's also a possibility. I'm gonna Betty. Maybe she pops into the boss fight. And that's where you meet her, maybe? Maybe. Well, the characters have situational dialogue. Like, if you also got a bow, she will comment on it. Yeah, the idea being that I don't know how deep I want to do that kind of thing, but I would like to have that kind of thing. But keep in mind, I've never done dialogue before. It's very, very new to me. It's something I'm learning currently, even right now. So, I don't want to comment on how much we'll be doing into that, but it's something that I would really like to do. Now, this is looking more like a pauldron. It's supposed to be like... In fact, we might bring it over like this. It's supposed to be like a little neck thing. I don't know what you call those. So I'll probably do that and give her a clip. Maybe a little lower down. A fox leads you to her. We're going to introduce the pet mechanic later on. So I don't want to do it. Well, that would be in the... Maybe we'll have her do something with the fox, maybe. Now with Teddy, something I think people ask is how he could butcher animals. He doesn't butcher cute animals. He only butchers monsters. That's the whole reason, like, you would be able to sell your monster drops to him, which was the original purpose of them. Might change later on, but that's the general idea. So it wouldn't be like she's hunting a fox type of thing. I don't want I don't want her to seem cruel. If you don't want it to be a pauldron, maybe you could take some pixels off the right shoulder. Well, it's probably, but that kind of hugs it too much. The main reason it looked like a pauldron, I think, was because of they didn't have a connection here, because the hair was screwing with it. I think if we do that, it'll sell it a little better. It's meant to look like it wraps around the shoulders, like it's a thing that goes around the like a shoulder cape. That's what it is. I like shoulder capes. You'll probably see them a lot. He has one. She has one. He's got a full cape. But yeah, you'll probably see shoulder capes a lot. I don't know. I think they're cool. I really like how Teddy's little sister. That's his sister. This is his wife. Just to be clear, I don't like how she looks. Okay. This is getting there. I did mean the blacksmith. Oh, I don't like how the blacksmith looks at all. She's my least favorite looking character of all of them. Unfortunately. Sorry, blacksmith. All right. You guys make Teddy larger so other characters have space to grow into? We might have to do it. We'll take a look. Because he is pretty tiny. Let's see. I think her legs were too long anyhow. The face might be a little too narrow as well. Oh, we also haven't given her eyes. Let's go ahead and do that. She looks too scared. How do we change that? All characters have like, yeah. I'm going to change the color. I think I meant to do it a long time ago. Like I was going to have the like this. I don't know, but I changed it and then I never did it. Like I keep drawing it onto them, but I never actually change them. Let me see. What about? Oops. Oh, that's not bad. Still it looks like she's looking down. What if we bring her head up? Does that make her face too long or no? That is a concept in community art, but it's teeny tiny. He needs to scale up his art, Daddy. Take a look real quick. Oh, that's so sweet. Hold on. Scale it up, Daddy, and I'll show it on the stream. She looks like a tough gal. She's meant to be like, I don't know about tough, but like very, can handle herself. The face is too long. Yeah, that's what I was worried. What if I'm thinking? Oh, actually, I just seen it, and it kind of reminded me of like a man, like a certain like Dean Martin, kind of like long faced, like one of the one of those like beautiful men or whatever. Where you seen the very bold face looking. That's what it kind of reminded me of. Now I want to kind of make faces somewhat bigger because if you look at the player has a massive face. I kind of want to make other people's face somewhat bigger, but it's tricky. Also, we're going to have shadow here. Since archers tend to close one eye while aiming, maybe her hair covers one of her eyes. Could do that. About the other one. Oh, that's not too bad. Oof, too much. Bit too much. What if? Yeah, like. And then let's do a bit of shading on the hair. And also, I think we're at a point now. We might can throw in the outline. Like that. Okay. We can also throw in a bit of this, I think. Oh, let's see. That's what Daddy drew in the Discord. Very sweet. I love it. Good job. Don't forget the ground shadow. Yeah, we'll get to that. Well, we do it now. It ain't gonna hurt none. Probably help us plan out some stuff. Very cute. Daddy, he draws a lot. He'll even stream his art in our Discord, and he does some really good stuff. He's been doing some really cute skellies here lately. In the credits that appears, in the image that appears when the credits ends, it does seem like something that would be in that kind of area. That's an interesting idea, maybe. Maybe we do some fan art in the... I have to look into the legality of that, but I wouldn't mind doing some fan art in the credit scene. Zero dislikes. I'm surprised given how slow this stream is, to be honest. Let's see. I'm looking a little better, I think. What do y'all think? Looking good. Awesome. Awesome. Like to hear it. What color do we make our shirt and pants? I think I want to try to pull this back a little bit more, if possible. Maybe lean that back more as well. I don't like this yellow, the brownish that I have here. I think I'm using it for the bows, and I might change it up. Ah, we ruined it. Oh no. Maybe more vibrant green. Let's get this going here. Oof, that might not work. Spit. A bit more duller. I did the big head of the player. It's like his unique aspect, and everyone in the village comments during the conversation. We could. The thing with the player's head, the reason it's so big, I've mentioned this a few times before, is because it was meant for us to do like emotions and stuff. Like I wanted to be able to do like, just, as you can see on the Discord, we have a bunch of emotions that use this guy's face. And like I wanted to have room to do all that kind of stuff. I wanted to have like angry eyebrows, you know, just all that fun stuff. And so that's why his head's so big. And then, yeah, like I've noticed, like every time I draw a character, he stands out so much, and I don't like it. What does Teddy's wife do? Teddy's wife is a ranger type character. She's a monster hunter. She goes into the woods and she hunts stuff for Teddy, for his butching doing his butchering stuff. And that's how they keep their business going together. Maybe Teddy's wife can convert your monster parties into useful items. Monster parties into useful. That was sort of the idea with Teddy. Like he was going to sell them, but that's actually a really cool thing. Convert monster parts into items. That seems like a roundabout way of just getting indirect loot, though, is my concern. But I'm still going to make a note for it as something like maybe to motivate or inspire another idea. So, Teddy and Betty convert monster drops. Into what? We don't know. I'm going to put a blank. Because it could be items, it could be coins, it could be whatever. Make a priest. We have a cleric. The best friend is sort of like that kind of thing. I wouldn't say priest because, like, religion is a funny thing in this game. Like, you'll have to see. It's not like our religion. It's a very different thing. You'll see that in the demo. A boomerang would already have the piercing enchantment. Maybe she could have a side quest where a boss monster has been eating the monster's population, making her job harder. Oh, that's interesting. Like she goes on monster hunting quest, and then like she can help you with that kind of thing. Maybe Betty goes on monster hunting quest, and maybe ask if you want to tag along. Now, the question I just had is a character arc. What would be her character arc? Character arc is when, typically, when a character grows in some way, like they change something or somehow. Like with Teddy wants to be a baker. He's a butcher, and his character arc would be getting to that point to where he can become a baker. Selena wants to do magic. She's not very great at it, but she's learning. Her character arc would be progressing to that point. And Lafo's trying to rebuild his ship to return home. That's his. What would be her character arc? That sounds like an in-game tutorial right there. What does? Let's see. Let's think about that. Maybe you could get a normal bow, but Teddy's wife can upgrade it to a bone bow. Oh, that's also true. She could sell ranger items. Now, because there's going to be like a whole ranger class. Now, one thing I've been playing around with an idea is that like magic is very prevalent in the world. And so something I've been thinking about doing, and it would make a design a lot easier, is having magic implemented in every class. So the warrior class will be like a mage warrior. Like your focus will be on offensive spells, and weapon enchantment, maybe like that kind of thing. A ranger class would be more of like an illusionist or trickster kind of thing, to where you could your focus would be on sneaky magic or crowd control, that kind of thing. And then you'd have like the pure mage, which would focus on more sorcery type things. Well, do you want it to relate to her career? Tracking down and capturing a really rare creature. That's a good one. Let me write that down. Betty is tracking a rare creature. Maybe she's tracking a rare creature. I'm gonna finish your sentence real quick though. Unrelated, she wants to be a singer. I think we want to tie it into the monster kind of, because I like the rare creature aspect. Maybe she's trying to hunt down a rare creature, and it turns out it's a really cute creature, and she doesn't know what to do with it. Like maybe it's terrorizing something, but then she finds out it's a really cute creature, and she's not sure what to do with it. And then we can have fun with that. I think a big sprout, maybe a big sprout. We do need a big sprout at some point, I think. I'm gonna jot that down. Maybe she's not happy with her life with Teddy. Don't make us break them up. Come on now. She's a person who likes to be in the woods hunting monster, and she doesn't seem like a person to settle down. And she's having. I don't think so. Not with the way we've set them up before. Like because like she's very much in love with Teddy. She made the apron for him and put the big old heart on it and everything. So their relationship is very tight. She's trying to jump up her. Oh, that's good. I don't know if we will, but that is hilarious. If she doesn't want to hurt the cute monster, maybe a taming spell. Maybe she could tame it. And maybe there's ethical choices in taming it. She wants to become the best hunter in the land, but her doubts stop her. I don't think that's interesting enough. I like the way we're going here with the cute, like she has trying to cut down a cute creature. I like it. Okay, we're gonna move on though, and let's try to get this clothing sorted out. How far are we in? Oh, we got plenty of time. No. Let's see. I don't know. I feel like we needed something else. What is good with green? We have the... we could do this cyan probably. Let's try a little bit of cyan. Just a teeny tiny little bit. I don't know, something's really weird about these colors. Just finding it hard to get a good color here. It might be the green. Maybe the green's bad. I don't know. Maybe add some autumn colors. Let's play with this first and see. Now, the whole thing looks weird. Try putting on another background color, see what green, what the green one is. Not green. It's a good idea. I think we can just go ahead and get rid of that. And let's throw in another one. Maybe a brownish for the cave. We have some cave art. A different Easter egg. Betty's weapon changes according to what class you choose. How it changes in what way? And why would it that would raise questions as to why it changes. Usually when you do something like that, you kind of have to reason for it, or that can be confusing. I think it's this one. Okay. So let me grab her right quick, because you might encounter it in the caves as well. It's not too bad. Just join what you're doing. We're working on Teddy's wife. This one. And we're trying to get her colors sorted out. And I'm looking at her in a different environment. And that green looks very lime green. I don't like it. What color is this? Let's try with this one. Her clothes might be too bright compared to the rest of her sprite. That might be what the problem is. Maybe. Let's go with this one. And then Try a bit of this. Oops. I don't know. Try making her clothes more vibrant. That's the issue I'm having. Is the clothes feel more vibrant than her, and it give me some weird look to it. I don't like it. So I'm going to try lowering the desaturation a bit, and I don't want her clothes to stand out. It's another thing to note on. Like, it should be more of her. That face is still a little bit too, I think. You probably want to see her face more first. Maybe the hair color there, the heart pin. So I don't want her to stand out too much. Some pieces of her clothes are torn, but she has tone wrong. I think that'd be hard to convey in such a small sprite. That's something we could do in the portrait. We could play around with probably. Let's see. Maybe. Maybe something more like this. What program are you using for Pixel? I'm using A Sprite. I think our heart pin just doesn't fit their color scheme. Maybe. Let's take it out and see what it looks like. I would really like to get that in there though. Can you try shortening the back of her hair? I got the diagonal of her shoulder. Like this. String the bow so she can actually shoot it. I'll get to that at some point where it's not important. You like the flower? What in the flower is a heart? We'll try it back here in a little bit because I really do want to try and get that in there. Maybe mess with the pen colors a bit. I've heard having it. Yeah. Well, I don't want to show. If we change the color, we'd have to change it on Teddy as well. Because that's what it's meant to make that connection. It's not going forever. It's just going while I take a look. In fact, I will go ahead and mark it there for tagging so we can grab it later. It's just going while I try to figure this out. Maybe the flower is more blue or purple to match the... Well, it's not a flower. It's a heart. It's Teddy's heart. Where is he? There he is. this is Teddy's wife. And that it's a heart meant to tie them together. Cute art styles for pixel art, thank you. Have the pen actually affect her hair instead of it just being placed on. What do you mean by that? Let's see, what was it like that? Like that? Everyone's suddenly telling us. No. Let's see. I think, hold on. Yeah, okay, good. Poor Teddy, man. I like her hair scrunches up near the pen. I'm not sure how to do that. Not as skilled as an artist, other than more than what I have. I like our stance though now that we've sort of figured a bit of that out. Maybe she carry an ivory bow Teddy made for her. What is ivory a good bow material? The trouble with that is it doesn't seem recognizable as a bow. I think that's a better bow color. But we can do some shadow here. I don't like the brown that I used for the bow. I've been meaning to change it. We could go ahead and figure that out. Maybe a ponytail for hunting purposes? Maybe. I don't feel like tearing up the sprite for that right now, though. That'd be something I could probably try on later. Do sprites get mirrored when they face the other way? Currently they do, which is going to be a problem. But, I mean, they don't have to. And it could be something I address later on. I don't like how yellow this is, though. Alright, let's put a string on here. Let's see. Let's try this. Maybe we bring it up a bit more. Both a little thick. Let me try thinning it out a bit. Bow is good now? Okay. Doesn't really look like a bow though. The back was the only issue? Okay. It looks a little weird though. I'm gonna forever hate that arm. Not too bad. We also don't have any shading on our arm, which could look a little weird. Hey Endeavor, howdy Olivia. Welcome to the stream. Is she hunting a good creature or a dangerous creature? Well, she hunts for Teddy's butchering business. She gathers the materials that he needs. Teddy should bake her food from a giant croissant. No. Bit too silly. I'm pretty happy with, not overall, but I really like the direction this is going. Arms feel a bit stiff though. What is her normal standing pose? Maybe she's got her hand on her hip. So like, let me raise this a bit. Will she be able to fight with you? That's something we've talked about during a stream. Not as a party member, but like, well, not like a permanent party member. But maybe she'll be able to join battles with you. We talked about maybe she jumps into the boss battle later on, if the demo has time for a boss battle. But certainly she will have the capability to, I would think. I think it's pretty good. What do y'all think? I like her pose. It just doesn't affect your silhouette though. It's a bit lost in the hair maybe. Could we pull it back? I'm confused as his wife. This is his wife. This is his sister. We didn't get to the sister. I don't know that we will. What time is it? How deep are we in? Oh, yeah. We don't have much left. I'll have to rechange that title. But I'm pretty happy with that. I think she'll be an interesting character. Maybe we need to add a bit of shading to the heart. Just teeny tiny little bit. Oh, she had black hair. Oh, that was one thing we toyed with. Her hair was supposed to be temporary. That is certainly a possibility. We can take a look at that now. I kind of like the way it has come though, but it's certainly something we can toy with. So for starters, let's get a placeholder going here. Because, oops. Like that. We'll swap that out right quick. Put that there. And then find us a good dark color. No, I don't like that color. Let's grab this. Go with good brown. Something that we still want it to be. We don't want it to be too dark. Just to sort of get an idea for what this looks like. Oops. Now, it's not the color we'll use because I don't like it. But what do y'all think of the darker hairstyle? I don't know that I'm feeling it. You want to see her as a redhead? We have the best friend who is supposed to be a redhead. We could borrow from her hair. Like what do you think of the? What do y'all think? Let me tell you what. Let's see. Go back to the darker. Did you change Mad Hatter? You've missed me. You probably just missed the last stream. Yeah, that's Mad Hatter. I did him in a Discord stream, so he wasn't on a proper stream. But we also did this portrait that you probably missed. I said darker because the darker the hair, the more the pen will stand out. That's a good point. Darker seems to be the consensus. Darker is better. I think the blonde with brown root would be some nice color. Mad Hatter's my favorite. He's my favorite too, I think. Him and Teddy. Blue hair, we're not going to do. Blue hair. I like the first one. I'm torn between the first and last one. Might see what the Discord thinks. Do a poll or something. And granted, keep in mind this is not the actual dark color that we'll use, but I agree. The redhead is a no-go. Yeah. Last one needs more hue shifting, in my opinion. You go for it. We can try more hue shifting. I don't do a lot of hue shifting because I'm personally not too keen on it, the style. But yeah. A bit darker. You turn this over to Discord? She's wearing a cheese hat for sure. I said I'd get their opinion. I didn't say I'd turn it over to them. Now, that is when I first designed her, she looks less womanly than she's supposed to. She's supposed to be like a middle-aged woman, and I kind of want to keep that because Teddy's a middle-aged man. I don't know. I'm going to. Also, let's bring them back. Let's bring them back over here as well. See them in the grass. Because this is where you'll most likely encounter them, in the woods. What hair color do you already use here already? I use these two. This one is for most people so far. And the red hair is what we made for the best friend. In the grass too ain't too bad. What if we play with the hair a bit? Because like I made two for the best friend. It was sort of an off the cuff thing. What if we darken it up a bit? Make it more contrasting. Maybe more of a hue shift as well. And this one drops. Oops. Choices. Anyhow, what if they're all sisters? What was it? Was it Skyward Sword? The Legend of Zelda that had a whole bunch of them. Anyhow, I think that's going to do it for now. I hate that we didn't get to the blacksmith. I'll probably do that on the Discord stream or something. I think we'll do portraits next week. Who did we say? Didn't we say a portrait for a specific person? I must have not made that note. I'll have to take a look at the stream and see. You let people customize a character you should make co-op. That's sort of the idea. A rogue and a ranger and a warrior. Yeah. Where's the blacksmith? Well, join the Discord. There's even a command for it. Oh, there's already been done. So yeah, we'll be doing some more, especially next month. Next month, I'm going to be doing a lot of polish once I've closed up the demo, the gameplay wise. I'm going to start adding in polish, like decorations and character animations and all that fun stuff. And we'll be doing a lot of that on the Discord. So join that if you're interested. Roguelike and Assassin. There's going to be some specialization classes, and I think Assassin is going to be one of them for the rogue style class. There's a Discord. There is a Discord. Look, Nightbot just posted about it. Might need to put that link further up instead of pushed behind all that text. When do you think the demo ready? The demo is expected to be at the end of March. Very end of March. Yeah. I'm going to stick around and answer questions if anybody has any, by the way. Oh. Let's see. Why YouTube Live and not Twitch? I like streaming on the Discord. It feels more personal. Like, people on the Discord, they can look down and see that I'm streaming, and it encourages others to stream as well. I'm not the only one that streams on my Discord. We have a lot of other people that actually will stream their development as well. Like Daddy, I mentioned earlier, he streams his pixel art. We have several other people that will pop in, like Jake, who does Scrabdackle, which I'll go ahead and show that as well. Good friend of mine, and he will pop on. He last night he did composition for his game. Do it real quick. Okay, never mind. There it is. So this right here, the developer of his, he'll pop onto my to the Discord and do some streaming and stuff like that. And Jake Friend's amazing. He's a great guy. So yeah, I when I stream there, it encourages others to do so as well. So how do you make your animations look good? I haven't really done much with animations, to be honest. That's going to be stuff that I learned next month. If you are designing the village people, you might as well make a soldier, a police officer, a construction worker, a cowboy, a biker, and everything. No. I get the joke, but that's more of a modern thing. We do have a guard, though. We'll have him, and we're going to have a more goofy one that we sort of design later on. What are we going to use to distribute the game? I've been thinking about itch. People have their concerns about that, but something I'll look into. That'll be more for March. March is going to be when I do all the promotional stuff, when I figure all that out. How come you use a solid color drop shadows and not semi-transparent black? That's just something to quickly throw down. Like when I do these, I'm just concepting out. I can change colors wherever. Yeah. But yeah, I think that is going to do it. Thank y'all for watching the stream. Where's the accent from? Louisiana? No. Further east. Y'all take it easy, and I'll see y'all later.